All right, I just pulled up to scenic New Orleans City Park, site of the country's oldest freshwater fishing rodeo. It's coming up this weekend. I'm meeting Captain C.T. Williams out here. We're shooting a spot for Fox 8, local TV station tonight, promoing the rodeo. CT and I are gonna have a little contest today. Now these lagoons here are packed with not only brim, but an invasive fish called a Rio Grande cichlid. A lot of people call it chicklets. That's not what it is, the cichlid. It's an aquarium fish that somebody released thinking they were doing something good for their fish, but it's actually invaded all of the South, and definitely these lagoons are full of them. So hopefully we can catch some of those and terminate them. But let me tell you, it is spawning bass season here, and they've got some really nice bass in these lagoons. Now, I've only fished out here a couple times, and I've never had bass success, but I know they catch some big ones here, so it's gonna be very tempting for me just to throw bass baits and ignore our little fishing competition. I'm out here early. CT's about an hour out. I'm gonna do a little recon, see if I can find any beds, and maybe even some cichlids or some perch. So wish me luck. So now you see something like this, that's not what you want to fish. I mean, that's an obvious area. It's probably been pounded. Any bed around here is going to be just annihilated. You want to find the stuff that's a little more difficult to get to, and just hope you don't step on a water moccasin. Any bites?
Missed one.
Did you?
Yeah, that was about it, man. It's tough over here.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
you seeing any beds?
I mean, I've seen some strikes on the bank, but
yeah.
I mean, I was still on the top water whenever I missed that one, so.
I gotcha.
You just getting started?
Yeah, I'm just getting out of here.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, good luck.
All right, thanks.
But you never know what you're gonna see in City Park. Just came across some homeless people who are tent camping in here. Really need that sun to get up to reveal some of these beds. That's the way the big fish are caught this time of year in these lagoons. Unfortunately, I don't have time to wait. CT is going to be here in probably about 30 minutes. All right, no bites. I think I'm going to head back to my truck, drive to the south part of the park, and do a little bit of recon on the panfish before CT gets here so I can find something that's going to bite. Hopefully win this challenge that we got. You see, got lots of trails back here, well worn. Place gets lots of traffic. Very heavily fished. Kind of an urban paradise. Beautiful back here. All right, so CT texted, said he's waiting for me at Morning Call, which is a great beignet place here in New Orleans City Park. He's probably chowing down on an order or two. We'll see.
Do all this? Fish this morning? Nah, I just woke up. It's damn cold to get out. Speaking of the devil.
What's up, fellas?
How we doing, my brother?
Hey,
you know Brock?
No, we never met. Todd Masson, how are you?
Wait, you're Marsh Man Masson?
Masson.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
me.
I watch it all the
Oh,
time.
good. Thank you, man.
So you watch all
Just
the time.
have to bleep that out.
3 and 2 and 1. This is Todd, Marsh Man Masson, and this weekend is the 71st annual New Orleans City Park Big Bass Rodeo, a competition that's not only the oldest in the country, but it's also grown with kayak events, high school competitions, and even a fishing flea market, one of my favorites. Now, Todd has covered it as an outdoor reporter for years, and I've been honored to be the MC. We've never had the opportunity to fish competitively.
That's going to change today, CT.
That ends today.
Let's do this.
All right.
We'll give each angler, you against me, 1 hour to try and catch the biggest fish possible. It could be a bass, could be a white bass, could be a brim, could be a Rio Grande cichlid. Just any fish, biggest one wins.
Biggest one wins. 1 hour. Set our phone, meet back here.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, and there's got to be a penalty for the loser. How about we do this? I win, you got to wear one of my shirts.
For a day.
Yep. You win, I got to wear one of your shirts.
Or a hat.
Or a hat.
I got
Whatever.
a hat. I got a hat.
Awesome.
1 hour. See you back here.
Let's do it. All right, so I'm following Brock Corcoran, who just very, very recently, in the past few weeks, set the City Park bass record. And let me tell you, it wasn't an accident. This dude targets big bass. So he's my ringer. Hopefully he can put me on a big fish so I can beat CT in our contest. How are we gonna beat CT?
By good luck, that's how. Or A-rigs and big swim baits, one of the two.
All right, well, we don't need, trust me, we don't need a giant. We just need a fish.
Oh, okay.
So let's put the odds in our favor however we can.
All right.
Like just for getting bites.
Okay, just for getting bites. Let's
Yep.
see. It's right here, Yamamoto 3-inch. You gotta catch something.
Now, you fishing that Texas rig or how?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. So Brock, the bass that you caught that set the record, how many casts did you make on him? Like, did you see him on the bed or what?
I saw the male at first, and actually a friend of mine had seen it first, and he said he threw everything he had at it for 2 days, and he said, you know, give it a shot. And I went over there, and I didn't see it at first. I saw the male, and the Wildlife and Fisheries happened to be shocking fish that day. And I ran over to him and I said, don't shock over here. There's a big one I heard about. And they said, we're sorry, we have to. I ran back to the spot and I saw the fish, and it bit almost immediately. And I couldn't believe it, and it all happened so fast. I didn't set the hook or anything. I just stood there, and it flipped itself and ran off. And I thought, I cannot believe I just blew that. I didn't think it was a record though, because I'd seen a lot of fish that were bigger than that. And so they come over and they shock. I see them scoop up a big fish, and my heart just sunk. So I ran and met them at the boat launch, and you know, they let me watch them throw them back and weigh them, measure them, take lengths, all that. And I said, what was the biggest one? And they said 5 pounds. And I knew right away that that fish was bigger than 5 pounds. So I went back there, and I got another opportunity. I thought, you know, they shocked the fish or it was gone or whatever. And I saw it come out immediately. I set the hook, and the lure came out like a missile and got lost in the tree, and I had a bird's nest, and I was shaking so bad it took me 10 minutes to retie the hook. And as soon as I retied it, it bit again, and I hooked it, and I just started running backwards and drug it up on the bank. And whenever I got it, as soon as I threw it on the scale, it already smashed the record. It was 941, and you know, she was dressed out, and by the time I got her to the state certified scale, she was 9.3. So I don't know if she burned weight or if mine was just inaccurate, but I know big fish will burn ounces quick.
Now, what'd you do with the fish?
I took it to Captain Sid Seafood to weigh it, and I let it go in the same spot I caught it. And there's definitely bigger fish in here. I mean, this is like an estuary for giant fish. You know, there's not as many predators out here. There's no redfish to eat the bass and everything. So bass have no choice but to get big here, you know?
Right. What do the bass in here eat? What do you think they eat?
Well,
obviously brim to some degree.
Obviously brim, shad, frogs, everything. But I mean, you know, what you want to do is match the hatch. That's your best thing you can do. Whatever's hatching at the time, whether it be minnows, brim, turtles, frogs, just match the hatch, and you should do really well.
So people coming this weekend to fish the City Park Big Bass Rodeo, what would you tell them, or some baits that they should definitely focus on throwing?
Well, you know, I throw a lot of big swim baits and Alabama rigs, but that's not for everybody. And you know, Mr. Mike, he throws a June bug trick worm, and he's caught more giant fish than anyone out here. So I mean, you could say it's your favorite lure. You're gonna fish your favorite lure better than anything. Okay. You want to hang here or go somewhere else? What you want to do? No, I think we should go by that gondola over there.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Maybe even by these geese over here.
Go by the geese.
Yeah.
The geese know where the bass are.
Geese eat the bass. They eat the bass fry anyway.
Yeah, okay. Let's go do it. What's up, geese? You're gonna attack us? Don't have any bread for you. Are you gonna bark at us? Look at you, huh? Look at you, big boy. The geese are not happy. It's gonna be hard to get a dink. I might have to resort to my no, to my brim rod. I got night crawlers. All right, let's do that. All right, so the clock is ticking. Time is getting short. So Brock and I have punted on the bass thing. Actually, he's gonna still fish for bass, but I gotta catch fish. So I'm throwing brim stuff. Fortunately, I picked up some night crawlers last night from a local tackle shop. 18 Canadian night crawlers. Nothing better than Canadian night crawlers. And I brought a brim rig with an absolutely tiny number 10 hook. So they should give me something. All right, so we've got almost no time left. Brock and I are running to his brim honey hole, just trying to catch something. This area that we're heading to, it's got a lot of grass, Brock, or what?
It's got some grasses. For the front part of the park, yeah, it's probably got the most grass.
Hopefully it's got the most brim too. I don't need a big one, just need a brim. Anything. All right. Hopefully that beats CT. Hard fought. I earned this fish. Man, he's hooked with my little number 10. All right, so I got my brim. I made it back here morning calling time. Now I just got to find CT and see if he's got anything bigger.
Good stuff. Oh, I didn't even get on the wall.
What? Got it. Got it. It's a little bit smaller than what Brock caught and put on the wall.
It took the park champion baton to catch that. Well, son,
well, let me see yours.
You win.
Let me see yours.
I'm out. You win. I take it. Congratulations.